to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Doing the best I can.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that.
Yes,
You treat me, Shepard,
Let the
but
light
I
of
was
an
not sure if it
honest
was
burn away
appropriate to
wickedness.
act on my
Let not
feelings.
temptation lead
I
you
thought
from
there
his
might
holy
already be a
radiance.
relationship
Let
between you and Chief
righteousness sear
Williams.
away corruption and
Williams
sin.
and I are just friends.
Cast out
Nothing
thy
more.
darkness, for
My
only
mistake,
light
then.
must
I am not as
remain.
adept at
Cast out
understanding
thine
human
darkness,
relationships
for
as I
only
thought.
light must remain.
But what about us, Shepard?
Is this the one
Is there a
from the
mutual
west?
attraction, or
Yes,
was I
Reverend
wrong
Mother.
about that too?
Did Lorath
No.
not accompany you?
There
He
is some
sent me on
similarities.
without him.
I
Putting
knew
faith
it,
in that
and I
old
knew
man
you
was
felt
a
it too.
mistake. What could
Does this not
possibly
seem
be of greater
rather
import?
strange? Why do I feel so
Lilith.
close to you? We have only
So,
known each other a short
you
time.
know.
We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no
We have
sense.
received word from one of our
These things
knights
never make
of
sense.
a demon
They just
sighting
happen.
in Gale
We get
Valley.
swept up in the storm.
The description
It
matches
sounds
too
so
closely to the
chaotic,
sighting in the
so
west.
dangerous.
If you would travel to Yelesna
A
and
little
take
danger
stock of
makes things
events
exciting.
This is
there, you
all
would
a
have
bit
the
overwhelming.
gratitude of the
I am not
Cathedral
used
of
to
Light.
this.
I had
You-
thought to send Lorath,
We need
but
to
Again, he fails in his duty.
Take all the time you need,
with or
Leo.
without Lorath,
I'll be here.
the will
Thank
of
you,
Anonymous
Shepard.
shall be done.
Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
You do not know the privilege of being
Speak with Reverend Mother Prada.
There is power
Take Vigil and Athos
to
as
shape a
support.
life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been finished. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should. Don't leave. Please. You've always made me proud, Liara.
Hi everyone, it's Sprax. Bringing you a video about how to level up in Diablo 4. This is the question I've been asked by far the most out of all of them, and I want to make a video here that's going to help you. Blizzard has nerfed a million different things about the game, so instead of just telling you exactly right now what is specifically in this focus, the fastest way to level, because it changes by day, I want to talk to you about some concepts about leveling, which are going to help you through the different chapters. And I already have 2 100s, like 10 days into the season. So I know a thing or two about leveling. So let me hop on my bar here, who actually has everything unlocked, and I want to talk to you about some different options that you have. Okay, so starting out in the game, you have the option to, once you've beaten, I'm assuming you've beaten the campaign, If you haven't beaten the campaign, you do the campaign, because you have to do it one time. When you level a second character, you can choose to do the campaign again or skip it. It is much faster to skip the campaign if you want to level up. So that's the first hint. Skip it if you want to level up fast. So let me tell you how everyone has been leveled. What they have done is they pick a dungeon and they go clear it very quickly. So, for example, Champion's Demise was considered the best because Champion's Demise is kind of like a Wolverine boss. 3 lanes, and you make a group, and everyone goes and clears 1 lane, and then you leave. The big trick to these dungeons, sadly, it's the same problem that Immortal had until they fixed it, is the idea is to zone into a dungeon, kill a bunch of monsters very quickly, and leave, not finish it. The way that Immortal solved this is they backloaded all the rewards instead of front-loading it. So you would get a lot of XP for completing the dungeon. You would get all the juicy loot at the end of the dungeon that incentivizes you to finish it. Well, same problem in Diablo IV. They didn't fix it. Really what you do is you log into the dungeon, you just delete the monsters as fast as you can, and then you leave. So, by the way, let me just mention now before I forget. People ask all the time, how do you leave quickly? How do you reset the dungeons? Because they took out the dungeon reset button. What you do is, at the end of a dungeon, hit E and leave the dungeon. Okay? You're going to be standing outside of it. It's like, that's the most obvious thing ever. Okay? Leave the dungeon, escape, leave game. In that order. Leave the dungeon, then leave the game, and log back in, and then you'll be right outside the dungeon and you can walk in. If you don't do that, it'll port you to a town. You have to mount up and ride back to the dungeon. So that's very annoying. Another thing you can do is pick really godly dungeons next to each other and just go back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so anyway, Champion's Demise was the best. That's how Rob got the world first level 100 just running Champion's Demise. Okay, they nerfed Champion's Demise, fine. So then the next best one was Ruins of Eridu.
I'm looking for Vigo.
Guess what happened today? They nerfed it. And then there's other dungeons that they nerfed. And Blizzard released this statement. They said they're going to balance all the dungeons. So they're, by the way, there was another really good one. Malgan something. Can't remember what it's called. They nerfed it. So instead of talking about which dungeon right now is specifically the best, which is going to get nerfed tomorrow anyway, let's talk about some concepts. Skip the campaign is the first thing. Find a dungeon that you like that has a lot of density in the beginning. Clear it, and then again, either leave the dungeon, leave the game, or find 2 that you can ping pong between. Now, what else can you do? Leveling 1 to 50. There are certain events that pop up. There isn't one up right now called Legion events. It'll be like a little icon like this, and it'll have a little bar going across it, letting you know that it's about to spawn. Those, probably pound for pound, give you the most XP for the time. If you ever see a Legion event, I think that's the highest XP per hour. Now, you can only do it once in a while when they're up, but that is something very important to pay attention to. Another thing that's very good is Helltide, which is up over here. Now, the thing about Helltide, which I can port here and show you, is the monsters are always at your level +2, no matter what. This is very important in the endgame, which we'll talk about later. It's always your level +2. So, if I go here, I'm at level 100 bar. And I go outside, you're going to notice the monsters are level 102. Really, the only way to find level 102 monsters or higher is in Nightmare Dungeons. And release a Helltide guide, level 102 Balrog. Okay? So, Helltide is another great way to not only get XP, but Helltide is, in my opinion, the best way to build wealth on your account. I've literally lost all of my gold. I had probably farmed at least 200 million gold. I actually lost it all dying. Trying to beat her with a regular, not exploited build. Forgotten Souls. If someone asks me, how rich are you, Rax, or if I'm trying to measure how rich someone is in Diablo IV, it's how many Forgotten Souls. It's not how much gold you have. I can farm 250 million gold a day. Forgotten Souls, though, are way harder to farm. You get Forgotten Souls by doing Helltide. I just released a Helltide video, or I'm going to release a Helltide video. I don't know if it's going to be before or after this one. Watch that.
That can't
So that's
be.
how you get rich. It's getting these forgotten souls. Do the mystery chest, do the strategy there.
You speak of the
So
daughter of
Helltide is
hatred.
good because the monster level is
Did
higher.
Trava
And
mention
the
me?
mystery chests pay you a
She
shitload
wasn't
of
angry,
legendaries,
was she?
etc.
There's
So
more
this
than
is a
your
good
job
way
at
to
stake
level up
here.
and build wealth. And that's pretty much it. Legion's events
Come
are the
on.
best. Look for Helltide.
Let's get
Otherwise,
this over with.
efficiently run dungeons. Then you might ask, what about overworld farming and turning into the Tree of Whispers? You can do that if you want. I in the current state of the game, and this might change, current state of the game doesn't seem very worth it. Then you say, okay, Rax, well, what about
Bottom app containers.
what about doing all the side quests?
Containers.
No, side quests pay literally
Interact.
nothing right now. So
Traveler
it's just not good. And then you might say, well, what about doing the renown a second time? When you've completed the renown on one character, so when this is the first character that I made, notice how it gave me a skill point, potion, skill, mobiles, paragon points. When you do it a second time on a second character, you have all of these godly bonuses unlocked by default. The only thing that you get for doing renown on a second character is gold, and the amount of gold you get is completely insignificant. You can run one nightmare dungeon and probably make as much as you would doing the whole set of renown for your entire character all over again. So it's completely useless. So the only reason you would consider doing the side quests is either for the materials that they drop, which is, I guess, something, or the XP, which is really bad currently in the game. I would not recommend Tree of Whispers or side quests. I would recommend Legion events, Helltide, and running any dungeon that you like. Over it. People are going to ask, okay, Rax, but just tell me what dungeons are good. The one that seems pretty good still is Blind Burrows. Some people also really like Forsaken Quarry. Now, all the best ones have been nerfed. They're nothing amazing. But those are ones that you can do for right now that are alright. Okay. Then you get to 50. You clear the capstone dungeon. People always ask me, Rax, what in the world do I do level 50 to keep going? At level 50, you need to change the difficulty to World Tier 3. You have to.
The Knight and the Magpie. 3,444 condemned lines. Button action button. The Knight and the Magpie. 2/3.
You need to change the difficulty to World Tier 3. You have to. Because World Tier 3 is going to drop sacred gear. You need to remove the stuff that you're wearing, the normal items, and you need to replace it with sacred gear ASAP, especially your weapons. You can get whatever, an eye level 650, 700 weapon. And before you only had a 400 weapon, it will be a colossal damage increase. So that's the first thing. So you go into level 50, and what do? I would advise the same exact things. I would advise the Legion events for XP, Helltide because it's a higher level than you, and you can farm Forgotten Souls, which you will need in the end. You will do things that are illegal in 18 different countries for Forgotten Souls later, so you might as well farm them while you're leveling. And now you can do Nightmare Dungeons. The Nightmare Dungeon level that you should do is your level minus 54. That's the tier you should do. Because they default at level 54. So, if you do your level minus, or the key minus 54, you're going to be plugging the key that's exactly at your level. So it's going to be nice and comfy to clear it, and you will be getting some nice rewards. Okay? So, I am level 100. What Nightmare Dungeon keys should I plug? 100 minus 54, 46. About. Now, if you're going to push, obviously punch it up higher while you're leveling. Try to stick somewhere to that rule. The Nightmare Dungeon key, minus 54. Nightmare Dungeons are the only way in the game that you can level up your glyphs. It's the only way that you can level up your glyphs. So, at some point in your leveling process, you need to run Nightmare Dungeons to get your glyphs up. It's a huge portion of your power. Why not do it early rather than late? That way you have that power the whole time. Some people level to 100 and their glyphs are level 2, and then they power up their glyphs. They're like, man, that would have been really nice to have the whole time. So there is like a Nightmare Dungeon tier list that we're working on. Some of them really suck. For example, like Sunken Ruins. This is like Look at this, where this is. These are the two closest waypoints. In order to even start the dungeon, you gotta run all the way here. We're begging Blizzard to let us just port into the Nightmare Dungeon when you plug the key. Don't know if they're gonna let us do that because they're literally in love with us riding around in the open world. That's a topic for another video. Not all Nightmare Dungeons are created equal, but it's fine. I mean, whatever you have, you can just plug it. Just want to show you one thing, in case you didn't know this, you can craft Nightmare Dungeon keys. You can salvage the ones that you absolutely hate. You can craft the ones that you really, really like. The way you do that is at the Occultist. You go over here, any town, the Occultist got the triangle and 3 circles around it. Here we go. Boom. You go here, craft. If you're just getting started, you can craft in between these tiers. Okay? And then when you get up higher, you can craft the mega ones, and then you'll be pumping. So make sure that you do that. You can salvage the ones you don't like and craft the ones that you do like. And that pretty much goes the same for when you hit level 60. When you hit level 60-ish, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, depending upon if you're a little bit more casual or if you're a god player. Do the capstone dungeon to go to level 70. It's a little gold dungeon somewhere over here. This gold dungeon, by the way, is Uber Lilith. That's where I've been getting farmed for a long time. You need to get into Torment difficulty for exactly the same reason. You've got to get an 800 plus power ancestral weapon, at least the weapon, and you're going to be way stronger. It's the same strategy. Keep leveling up the Nightmare Dungeons. That way you can keep pumping up your glyphs. Always look for the Hell type. Make sure you watch the video on how to get the mysterious chests, how to get the Bronze Souls. You're going to be rich by the time that you actually need it when you find good gear and you want to re-roll stuff. The Legion events are still good for XP, and remember, I didn't mention this earlier, the Legion events drop the very rare Ghost. People love that thing. Ghost, does that sound good to you? Do the Legion events. Or you can just efficiently do dungeons with your friends. Nightmare dungeons with your friends. Super good. Because again, you can split off the objectives. So that in general is the best ways to level. When the game released, it was very sad. Like, the world first race was running normal dungeons. They designed all of these endgame events, like Nightmare dungeons and world bosses and even PvP zone, which would be really good. Now it's like very so you're just gonna be farming. You're probably gonna get killed, especially while you're leveling up your baby too, so it's just not good enough anymore. But out of all those endgame activities, it ended up being regular dungeons, which is why Blizzard is so actively nerfing it. Day after day after day, they're looking at every single thing that people are doing that's really efficient, these regular activities, and they're nerfing. So, we'll see what changes come to Season 1. If they change the way that XP works, I'll make an update for this video. But those are essentially the best ones. Legion events, Helltide, and later on Nightmare Dungeons. Things to avoid are side quests or a duplicate Round of Renown, open world events, Tree of Whispers, and some of the really bad dungeons that are starting. If you do dungeons, remember, you don't have to do the whole thing. Find a big juicy beginning, leave the dungeon, then leave the game, and then go back in. That's probably the fastest way you can level. I really hope that helped you guys. Let me know in the comments if this video was stupid and it didn't help you. Let me know, and I'll try to take some feedback from it and make it better. But I keep getting asked this question, and this is the best answer that I can possibly give you that I can think of. Thank you. Hi everyone, it's Rax. Today it's something pretty cool. I hit level 100 on all 5 classes. I've been blasting since the start. And one thing that I did not do is I did not get boosted. Not just sit there while a bunch of 100s ran me through Nightmare Dungeon 50. I leveled up. Not just myself, I leveled up in groups, but I made sure everybody was at my level. Or sometimes I played by myself. and to make sure that I got the actual experience of progressing my character and how difficult it was in actually learning about the classes. So I just like to go through and talk about each class and my experiences on them. One full playthrough to 100 does not make you an expert on anything. But I do think I will have at least somewhat of an idea of how to compare the classes and see what they're good at and my thoughts on them going forward. So let's start with my favorite class, Barbarian. This is the class overall that I have played the most. It's the class that I started on in Diablo IV and raised to 100 on. I've played everything on Bard before. I've played Rend, I've played Whirlwind, and Whirlwind's got nerfed a million times. Played Upheaval. Upheaval used to be the best build in the game for any class by far. And Upheaval Bard was worth 10 of any other class at one point in the Blizzard testing, but that build is long gone for many, many different reasons. Maybe it'll come back in Season 1. I played Hoda. Barbarians, unfortunately, were plagued by a lot of bugs, and spoiler alert, there's another bug that's going to be fixed for Bards, which is going to nerf them again, which is where the Hoda Shockwave does more damage on the outside than it does way more damage than intended. And that gets fixed. That's going to hurt. They nerfed the shout cooldown, and they made it's very hard to find the shout ring, and they nerfed the shout ring. Keeping your shouts up all the time is very difficult. Believe it or not, despite all of these things, I actually
Don't trust roaches to leave on their own. Trust Ray.
I actually think going forward in the game, Bards are going to continue to be one of the best classes. Right now, in the end game, they're probably one of the worst, because they've been nerfed so many times, there were so many bugs, which, by the way, a lot of them were reported on the beta, didn't get fixed. If you're going against Uber Lilith, Barbarians certainly can't kill her in one shatter combo. Barbarians can't poison imbue her down, or anything like that. And Nightmare Dungeon 100 is not trivial for Barbarians anyway. However, despite all of that, I still have faith in the Barbarian going forward. The extra legendary aspects on your gear, it's...
Nah, I still don't recognize it. If you want, you can type in your code. This is fucking ridiculous. I swear, I don't know who you are. Your sausage fingers just typed the wrong code. You better type in the right one. I'm about to lock the code. Boys, how much are we typing in my code? 1, 2, 3, 4. You cost 17 to hit the continent of Asia.
Abilities.
Not a
Left
country that
shoulder.
made a continent.
Right action button. To climb. Right action button. To climb up.
Baby, he's micro-fast learning skills that are completely useless.
Barrel. You have reached your destination. Barrel. Button act. Barrel. Button action button. Interact. You've slain 2 healing potion upgraded. New level 10. Plus 1 skill point. Ego.
A few moments later.
Below. 1/4.
Semi-truck hacking into a car. Makes you bored.
We need reinforcements.
See her way. Speak with Ego.
This highway 1,000 tons. What happened to her?
Gate of Persona. Button action button. Interact. Kasama.
Oh my god!
Yes, Lord.
How much rates did you get? Sorry to intrude, Mr. Pulverton. I delivered your 25 million packs of branch and all your food.
Vigorous
Right,
right leg goes. Abilities. Left shoulder button. Right shoulder button.
Hold on, I gotta say I didn't receive it.
Focal point. Rank 3 slash 3. Brendan. And Quad.
Last night. Listen, Pulverton, how dare you leave on the food next? You're gonna show me a pain in a different way. Get over here! Come and get me! I'm so grateful to you! Not only you heard
Right
he's
action
excited for
button.
this shit, no!
Right action button. To jump. You have reached your destination.
What is this?
Search for little infinity within realm. Lilith and Athos, S blood petals. Bought an action button. Interact.
I am Lilith, mother of sanctuary, daughter of hatred. What you seek, you hunger for knowledge. You dragged your child all over sanctuary in pursuit of it.
Vibranium fortified. Toxins that come out, you can literally burn through steel.
Is that
Watch that.
the act? You have
It's 3 a.m. Among Us edition.
answers. I know the fabric of the
This shit. I didn't always be complete, son. We see it. Yep. Damn. That was some Hawaii last summer.
Will you accept my offer? I don't know.
Open the ancient gate. File 1, ancient gate. Bought an action. File 1.
Oh my gosh! Dang, Scooby-Doo! File 1.
Life 13%. Visit life 31%. File 1. Minion. Summary File 1. Life 31. Vigor 59%. Blue style. Bought an action button. Interact. 3. Life 17. File 1. Minion. Life 94%. Button.
So what did you want for dinner? So you're telling me those chicken tenders I ate for lunch today came out of your butt? See what you did to my life? You ruined it. Actually, now that I'm remembering it, they were the best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life. Come on with me, let me show you a little something. What? I'm going. No, what the fuck just happened? Shit, dog. As if I know. This reminds me of the time I had Stevie Wonder as my Uber driver, homie. So come on, where's the town? I need to get to lunch. Hey, motor, there ain't no lunch today, dog. It's half day. Happy in the yard with tins. Why you gotta be lying at a time like this?
File overseer. File 1. Life 73%. File overseer.
This is not the day to be
Ride
messing with
action
me.
button. To climb down. Ride action button. To climb up. Salt riding over data.
On the meat supper.
It cradles.
I'll be your pass without going through me.
Sorts of dog. New route. Overweight. 2
Feel free. Was the strongest meat I have ever encountered. It tastes the meat.
Where did they hire? Austin Myers hot dogs? Cool, forget about that. Let's get to the cafeteria to see what he does when he realizes there's no lunch today, dog.
Storming the gates. Pursue Lilith and Pianist. Lilith and Athos. S blood petals. Bought an action button. Interact.
Meat stopper, and I must have your meat. You're close enough to it, Lizzie. Oh my gosh, no. Why did you eat the meat stopper, bro? Good morning, class. Oh my god, I need a sticker so how so literally said the teacher went to go poo-poo like literally. I will be taking over the class as leader today. Bro, you are not a leader, bro. You are built like a deep breath. Literally, if I was going to literally be quiet, because I literally the next expedition is literally 5 times as 20 and literally won the game. Not that big blurry, it's your game, but it's 5 9
Flash Thresher. Flash Thresher. Vigor Flash Thresher. Vigor 73%. Vessels. Bought an action button. Vessels. Bought an action button. File 1. Vigor 93%.
I wouldn't be talking about it because literally, if I didn't have all my obligations, I literally wouldn't be taking you by now.
Vessels. Bought an action button.
Dog, we need booze in this fucker right here. Booze.
File 1. Minion. Black Green 5, Bile 1, Minion. Calcular Bile 1. Vigor 84%. Bile Overseer, Minion. Life 28%. Bile Overseer. Life 55, Life 66%. Sarah. Serrated. Character, Vigor, Adult, Ridge, Adult, Vigorous Gaunt, Vigorous Ring. Vigorous Serrated Blade, Triumphant Hook Quarterstaff. Ring.
There's a reason
Ring.
Chevy is
Neck.
called the heartbeat of
Torso.
America.
Wardrobe.
It's in the pulse of those who never stop getting the job done, or the party started. This summer, Chevy drives America. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Soulsry. Look confirmed. Character. Vigorous. Vessels. Flesh Bile 1. Flesh Thresher. Bile 1.
So, you want to talk smack about me and Robin?
Vessels.
Yeah,
Bile
you might
1.
legally call yourself Batman and Robin, but look at you two. You guys look more like Batman and Red Robin. You guys look like you're the mascot in the restaurant trying to sell a new item. Listen here, Tater Tot. I'm not afraid of you. I defeated Superman with honestly, that's some kind of weird, dog. Not you, but he's telling the truth. Superman shot him and said, hey, I don't have anything to do with Optimus Prime. I didn't know that. What's in dead?
Life 71, Life 83, Flesh Thresher. Life 96%. Flesh Thresher. Bile 1. Bile 1. Bile 1.
Oh, slow down there, Anakin Skywalker. You are way over the weight limit to use DoorDash.
Flesh Thresher. Flesh Thresher.
Big Al Pacino? No, you can say what you want, but you are built like the DoorDash. Wow, this is unbelievable. Do you understand? Yeah, that's kind of the point, Antonio Brown. You've gone so big, the rings from Saturn wouldn't even fit on you. Unbelievable. I'm literally just leaving the gym, and I need some protein. Alright, bro, if you want something so bad, you can go ahead and deposit your money, bro.
Flesh Thresher. Bile Flesh Thresher.
Appreciate it.
Flesh Bile Fang. Vessels. Bottom action button. Bile 1. Bile 1. Vigor 61%. Cool. Bottom action button. Interact.
If you want a refund, I can give you half of it back. This is unacceptable.
Locked again.
Okay, Optimus Prime. Good luck. You might get lucky if they give you a free McDouble. I'm pocketing this shit. Thank you, your friend.
Play will access.
Literally about my day too, and Jessica literally told me to sit at table 4. This is literally table 4. Jessica, this is set me up on a date. What thing is this? This is literally ridiculous. I literally didn't think I would go on a date with a literally blonde.
Bile 1. Flesh
Oh, you're so big.
Vigor 90%.
At least it's the going to the elements.
Vessels.
Have 4 years of martial arts experience, so literally, if you try me, I literally would bust this. What's that like? Literally snacks,
Bile 1.
like literally go. Don't talk about daddy chat like that.
Flesh Thresher. Bile 1. Flesh Bile 1. Flesh Thresher. Bile 1. Flesh Bile 1. Bile Overseer.
Bro, throw me some bread and see how they react. Hey, one versus fighting, get out! There's a piece of bread!
Succubus. Suppressor. Vigor Flesh Thresher. Vigor 22%. Suppressor. Suppressor. Crusher. Bile 1. Bile Lunatic. Bile Flesh Thresher. Vigor 92%. Flesh Thresher. Flesh Thresher. Oppressor. Vigor 22%. Oppressor. Life 75%. Succubus. Life 100%. Vigor 100%. Left wandering Bile Fang. Character, vigorous, adept ring, magic ring, 115 vigorous ring, magic ring, 109 triumphant abilities, left shoulder button, right dragon, touch of death, rank 1/5, potency skills enough. Vile 1. Flash Thresher. Vile Gun. Vile Gun. Vile 1. Barrel. Vile 1. Vessel. Flex Succubus. Flash Thresher. Succubus. Vile Gun. Life 90%. Flash Thresher. Minion. Life Pressure. Minion. Life 52. Life 65. Life 77%. Flash Thresher. Minion. Life 91%. Vigor 60. Vigor 24%. Oppressor. Vigor 60. Flash Thresher. Vigor Succubus. Life 80%. Succubus. Vessel. Flash Thresher. Vessels. Vile 1. Vile Overseer. Vile 1. Vile 1. Life 68%. Vessels. Bottom action. Ancient Jade. Bottom action button. Interact.
Looks like the same kind of magic as
Zero. Bottom action button. Interact.
Got these dogs. Boogity, boogity, boo. All those fleas are in your mouth. Ooh. You fucking It's the best thing that ever happened to me, bro. It's just still the pussy's out.
I think I can dispel it.
Speak with me now.
I didn't cut your arm, Lizzie.
Flesh Thresher. Vile Gun. Flesh Thresher. Pressure.
Watch this for rain guy you have living in that empty bed.
Vile Gun. Vile Gun. Flesh Thresher. Flesh Thresher. Flesh Thresher. Vile Gun. Thresher. Flesh Thresher. Vile Gun. Flesh Thresher. Vile Gun. Flesh Thresher. Life 58%. Crusher. Flesh Thresher. Vile Gun. Barrier has been dispelled. Life 17 Ancient Jade. Bottom action button. Interact. Life 93%. Morning Shore. Bottom action button. Morning Shore. The cost of not quest complete. Storming the gates. 3/4. Nero.
Not enough blood. Never.
You have reached your destination.
I will follow you to the end.
Corpse. Bottom act the Black Lake. The cost of knowledge Nero and Rock.
Stop the cat one.
The end.
So heavy before you're throwing a phone.
Look at the gift she's given you.
Spawn.
I see motherfucker.
Life 84%.
Right topic all the way. Stop it. Hey, look, start thinking about Denny Fanning here.
73%.
No!
I will
Take what's mine.
Entertainers, right? Good legs. What is the what do you have to do? Just put it on.
Holy. Vigor 60, Vigor 20, Life 60%.
You're filming it's going to be on TV.
Vigor 50%, Vigor Life 40, Vigor 93%. Life 61, Life 70, Co-Spawn. Life 80, Vigor 61, Life 96%. Co-Spawn.
Literally, put it in my numbers, like literally. He is literally the ugliest person I literally ever. The next literally as the double adopted in the I need a doctor, this one, so So you can watch your mouth, buddy. See what's happening? No, bro, you think you look like his patient. You guys together look like you're in a band called One Digested. He literally doesn't believe I have a video with $1 million. I'm gonna say hi to this.
Vigor 22%. Hellspawn. Life 73%. Hellion. Life 62%. Hellion. Vigor 36. Hellspawn. Vigor 100%. Life 51%. Life 62%. Life 70. Life 86%. Hellspawn. Life 73%. Life 61%. Vigor 61%. Vigor 23%. Life 75, life 87, life 100%.
Fool, you're one piece of cheese away from being mistaken as part of the band One Digested, homie.
Left shoulder button. Right. Bot priority. Waypoint. Teleport. Cost of knowledge.
Come here, Mr. Chicken Chalupa.
Party Finder helps you easily
I wanted to bring back the magician 3000 you let me borrow.
Pio dash out. The black lake. Button action button. Interact.
Oh my god, bro, you really gonna let Walperlane take your fridge? Fool, he already stuck his tongue in the butter, though. I don't want that fridge.
Well, you certainly have to look at something.
Alchemist, you got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, man.
Vigor 100%. Quest complete. Healing potion upgrading. 300 character vigorous grip and abilities. Left shoulder. Touch. Enhanced touch of death. Touch of potency skills annihilate enemies with strong character. Vigorous adroit. Vigorous triumph. Mother and
Really tingle my wingles. Oh my god, bro. Why is one of those at Denny's Among Us edition in our house?
Bottom action button. Weapons. New stock delivery. 7,000, 8,000, 12,138 gold. Gracia, salvage gems, chips.
No, bro, I'm tired of this. You ain't disrespected oatmeal cream pies like this.
Craft gems. Enable. Ship diamond. Craft. Ship diamond enabled. Ship diamond enabled. Ship enabled. Ship enabled. Ship scout. Gems. Craft.
Beans get inside. The neighbors are terrified and they're hiding because they think you're about to eat them.
Ship scout. Ship scout. Enabled. Disabled. Topaz, 0 slot.
Let me and my family live to see Columbus Day. One more time. You guys look at the Earth banners. Oh, thank the heavens. We get to see International Alien Abduction Day. One more time. Why is he excited for International Alien Abduction Day? Fool, that's not right. They were excited for That's Day too. I'm so excited. I can't wait to eat the alien! Matt, stop jumping! 1,000 dead in Alaska! Is that the dude that lives inside the oak tree?
Blood track, coded aspect,
You have not sat there outside your solar system! We must take you for questioning!
Bottom action button. Interact.
My Congress, stop moving! It's destroying the entire city! It's talking about what you're doing. You want to make a bad cheap beef? Go check outside, bro! Bitch might be nothing! Who gets the destroyer? Everybody run!